Hi there, my name's Marcus White. I've got a 7-surgery private practice, fully digitised. We have an on-site digital lab. I wanted to see if the technology was now ready to do on-demand 3D printing for our patients, because I really thought that would be transformational. And with SprintRay, that possibility is now here. I've got a fantastic opportunity today to show some inquisitive and innovative dentists what we do at the practice with SprintRay. So that's Tanaj, who we're treating today. He has got an AOB. So in terms of how we prepare our patient and decide on the correct treatment plan in our consultation setting, it's the usual protocol that you probably carry out at your practice in terms of understanding the patient's needs.
Everyone came around, showed me how everything's gonna work, showed me how it looked before as well.
We bring digital into that equation quite quickly. There's an available app called Airbrush. So here's what the Airbrush app generated for him. But what the app does is it just uses the lower lip line, midline, just to do this, and it's always really nice sort of tooth shapes, okay? And what we're looking for is 2 thumbs up, and you, the customer, would approve that. And then we use it as a little bit of a treatment planning tool. Then we want to take that smile and transfer it into a 3D digital design. So this is the ExoCAD viewer, but in this case, obviously you can see the 3D ghost and see where we've added and where we haven't. From that design, we're then able to print a model and a template, and from those templates, it guides our preparation and our delivery of our temporaries and starts our entire clinical process. In today's case, a patient's coming in and having their entire treatment completed in 1 day. From a financial point of view, the way we've build that case is they're paying kind of composite bonding pricing for what is an indirect restoration. Speak numbers on this case, it's an 8-unit case and he's invested 3,800. So if that was the only patient we saw today and we know our print cost for that might be circa maybe £16 plus some design fees. So they're not gonna go over £100 for our entire production costs. That's a fine way to spend your day in dentistry.
It's so good to get it done in 1 day because it's really, really convenient. All thing I have to do is just book 1 day of work and everything is done in that 1 day.
So the first step of our workflow is data capture. We have 7 iTeros at the practice, 1 in every one of our surgeries. The reason that's relevant is because iTero tends to have a cleanup facility where the scans go off to get cleaned if you're doing a restorative workflow. So if you're doing on-demand print, then it's important you don't want that because you want your lab and your digital designers to get those scans instantly. So we just therefore take a regular study model scan on the iTero, and then we know that the minute we press send, it's with our design team. We're done now, scans are on their way, okay?
Okay, thank you.
There are no digital designers in this building. Okay, so we have a team of 28 digital designers in different buildings outside of this geographical location. There is no way we could accommodate a work that I put into this practice or that you guys do by having humans in this room. So, everyone meet Tanaj. So he's letting us do this awesome case today using B1 SprintRay resin to deliver the definitive outcome before the end of today. So how can we optimize the 3D printing workflow? A workflow is a process. It's an algorithm. It's like a chemical formula, which means if I do something the same way every single time, I expect the same outcome. And 3D printing workflow is that and adheres to that definition.
Hi, my name's Aisha. I work with Marcus White at Velvet Digital Labs, and my role is mainly the quality control for design and also managing print. So when we get out STL files for your restorations, first step is make sure that your printer is ready and set up for what you are printing. So whether it's full arch bridges or small crowns and veneers, make sure that you've got the correct resin shade inside. Place your resin into the printer in the correct tank, let the print start, finish, take it out, put it into the washer, and then once the wash cycle is finished, place it into the curer, select the correct curing system for what you've printed. That will depend on the resin that you've used, and let it do its magic.
Though, we have what might be classed as a formal lab at our practice, my belief is that all practices in the years to come will have a proto lab, will have an early version of a lab that still has those team members, someone managing the printer itself and someone managing the finishing. When a dentist is deciding what printer they should work with, it needs to be plug and play. It needs to be something that they and their team can understand, that doesn't come with a big manual, that you don't need to download 70 different applications for, because all tech these days needs to be easy, and that's what SprintRay is. Hey there. So when it comes to post-processing and fitting for definitive restorations, at our practice we find it more controlled if we print the model as well and get everything finished on that model. And we've got enough time in today's case to do that. The patient's coming in first thing, and then we're fitting them last thing in the day. That means that I can obviously check the fit, check the contacts in the same way as I would do for any other definitive material. The only difference is that workflow has been compressed into a single clinical day. So then the other question is, what are the aesthetics like? If we'd never seen any dental material before, we would have to agree that something that most resembled enamel, that was translucent and could show the underlying texture of the tooth coming through, is probably what we consider ideal now. For me, up to press, zirconia has looked its best when it's in really thin section and when it lets the natural aspects of the dentine glow through. As such, SprintRay resin for me best replicates that. I think what sets SprintRay apart from the competition is that they made a promise to create a piece of technology that would immediately help me, my practice, and my patients.
Absolutely amazing. I'll never do it without my doctor here.
And there's a lot of times, particularly in innovation and technology, when we are made promises that then do not deliver. But with SprintRay it is different. They're after the same goal as we are. What dentists need to look for is the word SprintRay.